What's up, everyone? Hope everyone's having a great day. It's a rainy day in central PA. There's a couple of ducks in the water here in the lake, swimming over there. If I could zoom in on them. I just wanted to come down and get a little fresh air and take a walk. I try to zoom in. I don't know if you could see that, but just raining, thunderstorming outside. Before it was anyway, so I was in a party room here, and I just figured I'd come out, get some exercise. I'll talk about a couple of watches. A couple of older Timex watches that I have in my collection. I know a lot of people probably think I have a lot of watches, but I really don't. I mean, I have more than the average person maybe, but I don't have that many watches. But anyway, in no special order, these watches, I worked in a pharmacy delivering stuff one time, and I seen this watch, because basically I love the Casios now and the Timex, but I'm really more into, I think, the Casio watches. I didn't realize how nice they were back years ago, but I mean, they've been out for a long time, but I knew about them. It's just I always just bought. To me, a watch was, you buy a cheap Timex or a reasonable Timex, and that's it, But this watch I bought in a freaking what is it? I bought this watch in a pharmacy I was working in. It's a nice watch. I thought it was nice. She had it was just a pharmacy, a basic pharmacy you would go in Queens when I was living in Queens, and I worked for them. And it was sitting in a glass cabinet, and I seen the watch. It was already old when I bought it, and this is going back about 8-9 years ago. And you see the band has that, there's like rubber inserts. It's actually a nice band if it was working right. It looks cool. I thought it looked cool with the rubber inserts with the stainless steel, and it has that day glow face. But I put a battery in this thing. It's an Iron Man. I want to focus in on that a little. It's an Iron Man. I put a battery in it. I thought it looked like like an older, cool vintage watch, but the battery didn't last that long. The band was broken. I was going to get another band. I obviously I could get another band. I don't know what I could put on this, but I could put something on it. But I put a battery in it, and it didn't really last long, the battery, for some reason. Everything worked. The Indiglow, I set the time and the date, and it was nice because I haven't used the watch so long. When I moved, I had it in a cup in the house, and I just seen it. I said, wow, I remember the band broke. The band just broke on me, and that's why I really stopped using it. And then finally the battery went. Like I said, I put a new battery in, but maybe I'll try it again, put another battery in, but I got to get a band for it. You can't find this band. It's very difficult. Anyway, that was that one. This one I know I bought in Target a good 9 years ago, maybe more. There's a little story to this. I bought this in Target. This actually I put a battery in. Let me see what it takes. A CR20 something or other. I put a battery in. It's still working. It runs a little slow sometimes, or I set it now and then. The day's right on 2/21. Today's date. It's right on. Let me see the battery for a second. It's battery. 2025, CR 2025. Anyway, this thing was laying in my house while I was moving at the time. The band broke on me. It cracked. So I stopped wearing it. It went dead. It was crushed under a lot of junk. It was all mucky and dirty. It was crushed under a lot of junk when I was moving. And I just seen the watch, and right before I left, I looked at the watch and I said, you know what? I could save this watch. I could save it. and I washed it off with warm water, toothbrush, and I cleaned it up. I cleaned it up pretty good. It's got to be about 10 years old or more. I bought it. I even remember where I bought it. I even remember I bought it. I think I bought it in Target. I'm almost certain I bought it in Target years ago. So I had it. Like I said, the band was shot, and it came with this. At the time, when these watches came out, actually, I seen this same watch. You could still get them on Amazon, I think, similar to this. When this came out, flex technology. So when you flex your wrist, it's like the night mode that you put it in. The Timex is in the night mode. It had a certain flex technology when you twisted your arm when you were running or timing yourself. It would go on the light. Flex technology band. So I looked that up because I wanted to put the same band that came with it. 100 lap memory. So I found the band on Amazon, the same band that came with this watch originally. So I got that. I put that on there. I had it put on in a battery, and it's been running since. It doesn't run that great for some reason. It's a little older, but all the functions are there, and it runs pretty well. I worn it a few times. 100 meters waterproof. It's an Ironman, you know. But that's another one I saved. This one I would love to save and bring back to life. I like it because it has that cool older look that you don't see anymore. She might have had this in the pharmacy. God knows how long it was in a display case. It could have been in. I bought this almost 8 to 9 years ago, 10 years ago, and who knows how long she had it in there, this model, if anyone remembers this. But I would love to revive this one again. This one I saved. It was completely trashed. I got a new band, new battery, like I said. Anyway, this one I got. Here's another Expedition. I talked about this watch a while back. I got this in a yard sale or whatever. I was rummaging through it. The guy gave it to me for $1, I think it was. He even wanted to give it to me. I said, no, I'll give you something. There's no battery, obviously. It's not running, but I had another one that I had myself, an Expedition similar to this one, years back, and I found it and needed a battery. Another one, just like this one. I put a battery in it, and it went dead like in a couple of months or so. I don't know if that's something that you can't revive some of them, but I don't see why can't you put a battery in it. I really don't know why you can't get a battery in it. I would love to get a battery in this one, and if I ever get a battery for it, I would definitely review it. I think it's a nice watch. I think it's a nice watch. Expedition. It's an older one, obviously. I don't know how old. It could be 10 years, 15 years old. I don't know, but it's all original. The band has the Expedition on it, the clip. And, I washed it up. Again, I washed it up. I mean, I would wear it. It's a leather band with some nylon outside. I would wear it, but you got to get a battery. And from my experience, some of these older ones, for some reason, and this is nice too. It has a digital and analog, but the battery, you get a battery and they don't last long. But I'll try it. I might try to get a battery for it. But it's a nice watch. It's a nice looking watch. That's another Timex I had. This one is not an older one. This is like an upgraded version of this one. This is the older one that I rescued. This is a more upgraded version. I love this watch. I got it for only $10 in Walmart. It was on sale for like $10. I lucked out that day. I got a good deal on this, upstate New York. And everything still works on it. The Indiglow's awesome. The whole face on this. My shock I didn't bring down. That's that's a couple years old anyway. But these are just the basic Ironmans. Some of the Timex I wanted to talk about that I have. This one's great. It's still running. I have it for, I think, a couple years. The battery's perfect. It takes the same type of battery. It's a nice Iron Man. It's a more upgraded version than this one. But they're both nice watches. But, the upgraded one is always better to me. I mean, this one looks better too. But this is not a bad watch. I'm glad I saved it. It kind of brings me back to that time. And I just threw this in there to talk about. The Georgie watch has a great light for a cheap watch, $9 and change, $10. If you really need a quick watch and you don't want to spend a lot of money, I mean, $10 even, it'll last you. It's been pretty good. The time on it is pretty good. Time on it is pretty good. I mean, not as good as the Casio, but I set this watch the other day. It loses a little time, but it stays in time. The day, the week, the month, the day, the month. It's not bad for it has a Velcro band for a $10 watch. So I got that one. It's nice. I got it in Walmart. There's a lot of Georgie watches to pick from. They even have a negative display one that I wouldn't mind having. But if you really don't want to spend a lot on a watch, a Georgie watch, check them out. They're not bad. But I was into Timex, but right now I'm into my Casio watches, G-Shocks. I got G-Shocks. I got a few G-Shocks. I don't have that many. There's a couple of G-Shocks I would like to get. But I still look out for some Timex watches because that's what I really started with when I used to even wear a lot of watches. I still do, but I'm saying when I used to wear a lot of watches, cheap watches, Timex, Iron Man, Timex. Now I'm into more Casio, G-Shocks, mud resisted. I like to get a Mudman one day. There's a lot of watches I like to get. But, just cool, I don't mind just regular watches that aren't expensive, that work well, that look great. This is a great watch. The AE 1500, great watch. Couldn't recommend it enough. I would love to get this in a negative display. Anyway, I just threw this video together. The sun's coming out. Sun's starting to break through. I'm going to get going. See if I can film something today. If I hit another store or Walmart. Hope you guys liked the videos yesterday. Hope everyone's doing well. I just wanted to talk about these Timexes that I had. Blasts from the past. These two especially. These two and that other one. This is a very cool watch. Hope everyone's doing well. Anyone knows about any of these watches here or seen them before, let me know. Have a great day, everyone. Peace out.